on the 215. We check out the art of Andre Jones, meet some of Philly's young playwrights, hear about the new vision for Caesars Pier in Atlantic City, and close with the sounds of the Temple Diamond Marching Band. Welcome into the 215. I'm Breland.
And I'll be Mike. We are at the Barnes Foundation, one of our favorite places in the entire city of Philadelphia.
It is so beautiful, and we're going to take you inside in just a little bit. But Mike, this has been a foundation for 100 years.
Oh, over 100 years.
Yeah, more than.
And they've been here at this location
for over a decade.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It seems like yesterday this thing was finished.
I know. It is so beautiful. So, like I said, we're going to check it out in just a little bit. But first things first, we have to go beyond the 215.
Oh.
And we're actually going to go to Delaware,
Delaware.
Mike.
You're going to meet a man. He has three passions, three loves.
Okay.
He loves music, especially hip-hop.
Okay.
And he loves art.
We're thinking about colors as music. If the pink is bass line, you got boom, 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 boom. If we think of this blue as kind of a drum pattern, now you got bap, 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 bap. A lot of people don't explore what makes them uniquely them. They explore what people tell them they should do. First time I picked up a crayon and was serious about artwork was when I was about 5. I never forget my kindergarten teacher was raving about some design I did. It was like, if you think that's something, let me show you what I really can do. This is what I call the big kahuna. Now, just so you know, this thing is 3 feet wide by 5 feet high, and it is chalk pastel on stone. This is actually based on the biblical story of David against Goliath. This is him by the brook, picking his stones. I like to see how far I can go. Painting is like flying. You start off and you're just trying to get something down. So that's, you know, the ultimate flutter of the wings. But then once you get it down on the canvas, then you start to soar. And when the wind gets under you, you just ride the current to wherever you're going. I have a way that I see the world. James Baldwin had a quote where he said, a writer doesn't become a writer because of grammar. A writer becomes a writer because they have something to say. And so it is with artistry. So it is with hip hop. There's Slick Rick, Method Man, KRS, MC Light, Raekwon the Chef. You do what brings you joy. And when people witness your joy, they want to take part in it. We didn't do the art necessarily to get into the museum or to be mainstream, so to speak. We do the art because it's what's in us. What's different is art reflects culture. And within the United States, culture has changed, and one of the biggest change agents in the culture of the United States is hip-hop.
Well, Andre Jones's work is actually at the Delaware Art Museum as they celebrate 50 years of hip-hop, but you can also find out more. He has a really cool Instagram as well, which is at the bottom of your screen.
Which way is it? Is it this way?
I'm not really sure.
He actually is a really good follow. All right, next up, I guess words can be an art form.
Absolutely. Have you heard of Shakespeare?
I have.
Okay, well, we're going to meet some young Shakespeares here, Philadelphia's Young Playwrights. Check them out.
My play is about like friendship and like going into a new school and like trying to like change and be a different person.
Are you ready for your first day?
My play is about a girl named Esther's life in the 1920s, and she goes about her life and there's a sudden shift.
And simply just fade from like...
Although it's set in the 1920s, I think that the general story is timeless.
One of the things that's really missing in how we deal with young folks today is valuing their voices as autonomous and as powerful as we value everyone else's voices.
Philly Young Playwrights, or affectionately called PYP, is an organization that brings playwriting to students in the Philadelphia area.
My play was actually like a school assignment, and then after my teacher was my ELA teacher, she said that we should all enter them into playwrights.
These young folks are writing things that are just as powerful as what we see on professional stages.
Not only are they seeing their work produced, that they can bring, family and friends to see their work on stage, but it's done by professionals from throughout the Philly theater community.
Usually I'm the one rehearsing, being the actor, and to see actors performing my words, to hear your words performed is a powerful thing that I think only exists in theater.
Each year, students can submit to our annual playwriting festival, and this year we had a little over 600 submissions, and so the shows that we're putting together for the New Voices showcase at Temple are some of the winning plays from last year's Play Festival.
Where Philly Young Playwrights really shines is that we're not treating young people's work as, oh, this is just a play by a young person. We're treating it as professional playwriting as it should be treated.
This has just kind of molded me that I can do anything, and I'm just gonna take this as whenever I'm struggling with something, or I'm like, oh, I can't do this is too hard, I'm just gonna remember that this happened and think, well, if I can do that, I can definitely do this math homework.
This is the first play I've ever written, so to be validated like that, it is extremely impactful.
Young folks are really having no opportunity to share their perspective on the world, on their own experiences in it, but also on the stories that they see around them. And programs like Philly Young Playwrights empowers them and makes them feel and know that their voices are as valuable, if not more valuable, than any other artist we see today. We're not trying to train thousands more playwrights necessarily. We're trying to train thousands more people to be able to live their life and tell their story and be empowered to do that.
So they have actually been in operation for over 35 years. And for more information on them, you can go to phillyyoungplaywrights.org.
I think we should go inside the Barnes Foundation next.
I think so too. I'm super pumped.
All right, we're right after this.
Welcome back to 215. We are in the Barnes collection now. This is a permanent installation here at the Barnes Foundation. And did you know, Mike, that the Barnes Foundation has the world's largest collection of Renoir? It's right there. That's one of them.
I did not know that.
Yeah, the more you know.
Oh, thank you for that, Breland.
Yeah.
Did you know this?
What?
We're going to Atlantic City.
Okay.
You know that mall that sticks out into the ocean, the Caesars Pier?
Yeah.
That mall has never been closed, but there's hardly anything in it.
Well, a group of people are working to change that, and they're turning it into a space for creatives.
We came here, we saw it, we fell in love with it. We are in Atlantic City at the legendary Caesars Pier, which is one of the most iconic buildings in Atlantic City. We're the only bar over the ocean, we're the only venue over the ocean, and we have the best view. People come here, sit there and just stare at the ocean, get lost, watch the dolphins. So my name is Rob Schwartz. I'm the co-founder, CMO, and global head of music for ACX1 Studios.
What is ACX1 Studios?
It's a conglomerate between different professionals in the entertainment world. It stands for Atlantic City Experience. The one stands for our iconic address, which is One Atlantic Ocean. This building has always been open. Okay. Now the stores, there's 130 stores. There's only 5 that remain.
What are the things that will be activated in this space?
The first floor, we're focusing on retail. There'll be restaurants, there'll be stores. The second floor will be a music incubator, which consists of music studios and music museums, rehearsal spaces, music classrooms. We also are going to be the new East Coast Hollywood. The third floor is going to be pretty much all movie sets, where the restaurants were. We have some really cool ideas, and we're working on that now to build that. And then the fourth floor, we're at the VIP lounge. We have a venue downstairs that holds 3,000 people, our atrium. There's 3 levels, there's 3 floors. We're going to bring concerts, conventions, festivals, wrestling matches, boxing matches, TED Talks, whatever it is downstairs. We are going to start opening up our bars one by one. We have a brewery coming in that we're building.
Talk to how the city of Atlantic City and the people of Atlantic City benefit from you guys coming back in here and opening up this place.
That's a great question. The way that it's going to benefit the city of Atlantic City is because we are bringing a lot of local people as actors and musicians and stuff like that. We've talked with Town Hall. We talked with a lot of the locals. Everyone's super excited because this place has been empty for 3 years. So our goal is attracting the local Atlantic City crowd in here and make them feel like we're not something like new trying to do something, but we're one of you guys and we're fitting together, and let's help Atlantic City change and become good again. We're going to grow, and everyone's wondering, hey, when are you going to open? We're open now. But you understand, it's a massive, massive building. It's a 4-story mall. So to get everything up and running at once, it's going to take us a while. So we can sit here and do nothing and wait until it's done, or we can just start attacking things and start bringing life into Atlantic City and do some cool stuff here.
ACX1 has a ton of different events and whatnot coming up right there on the pier. So for more information, just head to the website right here at the bottom of your screen. But Mike has wandered off into the gift store. Mike?
Breland, I'm, just outside of the Barnes shop. And this is Julie. I would say your title, but it's so long I can't remember it. What is it?
Senior Director of Admissions and Retail Operations.
Nice. So remind everybody right at the top here, who was Dr. Barnes?
Dr. Barnes was a medical doctor who grew up in Philadelphia, loved the city of Philadelphia, and became a millionaire.
Yeah, many times over.
And he decided to spend his money collecting art. Art was his personal passion, and he wanted to amass this collection to help people from all walks of life to learn to appreciate it.
His house, which is in Marion, right?
Yes.
Was just filled with art.
Floor to ceiling.
And most of those pieces are now in this building.
That's correct.
How many pieces did he collect?
We have over 800 paintings in this collection and over 4,000 objects.
What do you mean by objects?
The objects include furniture, crafts, rugs, candles, candlesticks, African masks, Native American pottery, jewelry, all kinds of items that you can look at and appreciate for their aesthetic qualities the same as you would a painting.
Wow. So this building's been here, what, 10, 11 years?
11 years.
It's just gorgeous. It's one of the jewels of the city of Philadelphia. There's no question about it. Okay, inside here, I asked her, what's the #1 seller? And it's this one, the handbook, right?
The book of the collection.
Okay, and you do have shows that come in here, or exhibits, right?
We do. We have regular exhibits where you can see painters and paintings and works of art that you wouldn't see in the main collection, or that talk to the works in our main collection.
And this is the current exhibit. Who is this?
That's Marie-Laurence Sen. She was a French painter that was the height of fashion in the 1920s in Paris. She was the most famous woman painter of her time, but I'll bet you haven't heard of her.
No.
Yeah.
But how many pieces did he have of
About
hers?
3 or 4, I believe.
So he was a fan.
He liked her work a lot.
Yeah.
But most people haven't heard of her any longer.
Okay. How would you describe her work?
She was very feminine. It's a very overtly womanly painting, a lot of pink and a lot of purple, I have to warn you.
Well, those are some of my favorite colors.
But it turns out she was sexually fluid, and she lived in a gay subculture in Paris at the time, which was also very fashionable. So these paintings give us sort of an entree into a world and a time and a culture that we wouldn't see any other way.
How long is her work going to be up?
It's going to be here through the month of January.
Oh, so you got plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
When is this open to the public?
This is open Thursday through Monday.
Okay.
And we have extended hours through the holidays. From Thanksgiving to New Year's, we'll be open extra hours and extra days.
You also have a restaurant in here.
We do have a great garden restaurant upstairs.
Really good food, too. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming today.
Well, thanks for having us in. We'll be right back with more of the 215.
Welcome back into the 215. Mike, Julie just told us all about Marie Lorentzen, and here we are in the first major U.S. exhibit in over 30 years, and it's at the Barnes Foundation.
Really like her work. She loved color, apparently.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm learning so much more about her in this book.
Yeah.
You can find, of course, at the Barnes Foundation gift shop we were just in.
Exactly right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change the subject completely.
Oh, okay.
But music is a form of art.
Absolutely.
Right? Now, this is what I've discovered over the last 10, 15 years. When I used to watch college football, they would actually broadcast the marching band at halftime. They don't do that anymore.
No, but there is one local marching band, and maybe I'm a little biased because
Temple.
They're my alma mater's marching band, but Temple University Diamond Band is just
They're fantastic.
Incredible.
So we are not going to overlook them here on the 215. No.
If you think of any soundtrack that you see talking about college, the soundtrack is always a marching band.
We hype the crowd up, but the crowd also hypes us up. That's our biggest thing, is to have fun.
Well, the thing we tried to do with the Diamond Band is, you know, really make this a unique experience for the students around here.
Each show has a theme. Like, we always have something from the summer, like we did a summer concert series at the beginning of the year. So it's just 4 songs that are popular at the moment. And then, like, this show we're working on right now is a Barbie show, because the Barbie movie just came out. And we actually have 7 different pieces of music that we're doing for this show.
You're learning new drill every week. You're learning new music that stays memorized for the whole year. We're learning dance breaks, more choreography on top of that, all while, like, keeping our technique, making sure we're playing good, like having good breath. So it's very physical.
If you go out on a run, your cadence whenever you're running might be 160 steps per minute. A lot of times that's what the band members are marching, 160 to 180 steps per minute. Plus, when you're running, you can breathe in and out freely, but when you have an instrument that you're playing, breathing in quickly and then letting out air slowly so that you can, you know, sustain the musical phrase as it's needed. Very difficult. There's always one game, usually it's around homecoming, where the sound just starts going up, 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 but once we get to that game, boom, it just explodes.
When we play something and cut off and hear the sound kind of echo around Lincoln Financial Field, that's just like, it's so cool.
They're so energetic, they're so entertaining, they have so much fun. It doesn't matter what else is going on, no matter what the weather is, they still bring the same energy. I often will sit there and I will watch the audience rather than the band performing, because I just want to see the smiles on people's faces and see everybody having a good time.
You know, the band performs throughout the year.
Yeah, it's not just football games you can catch them at. You can catch them at basketball games, and they do a bunch of other different events as well. So if you want to catch the Diamond Marching Band, just head to their website at the bottom of your screen.
It's kind of a long one,
Yeah.
but it's worth it. We're coming back with more of the 215. Mike and Alex here. Listen, you might watch us like this or like this.
But if you want to watch us like this, anytime, anywhere, you need Fox Local.
It's a one-stop shop for breaking news as it happens.
I'm Jason Martinez.
And I'm Sheba Russell.
Weather right now. Fox 29 original shows you can binge.
One of the original kings of comedy.
Or your favorite live shows like Good Day Philadelphia.
Go to Fire TV, Apple TV, Roku, or Android TV. Just type in Fox Local, find Fox 29 Philly, whenever, wherever.
You know why? Because we go there.
You might walk in and you might hear Lena Horne. You might hear, you know, Earth, Wind, and Fire playing on the vinyl in the back. And they'll be able to touch everything and try on garments that sometimes are 60 years old or 70 years old. One of the things we have is a denim jacket from 1961 that's for purchase. So you will find incredibly rare value vinyl that's telling the story jazz and of R&B and of gospel and of country and rock through the lens of that moment, so 54 to 72. When I look at all the ways in which we think about activism, fashion is just another opportunity to be able to bring into our homes and into our lives the story of what we care about. And Black Ivy is an expression of that for me. I have so much deep regard and respect for James Baldwin and Lorraine Hansberry, Angela Davis, Stokely Carmichael. And so this space is a celebration of the way they approach style and fashion in the 1950s and 60s. So I've been really intentional about pulling together things that have a lot of cultural value and that also can add so much joy to our daily lives. The ambition was to create a shoppable museum experience for people who are thinking about, how they're curating things in their homes. My hope is that we are able to offer this incredible city something that enriches the flavor of Philadelphia and that gives people another reason to come into the city, to shop small, to shop Black-owned, to shop women-owned, and to remember that so much of what makes this country great is actually rooted in the work and the life and the living and the style of the figures from the Civil Rights Movement.
Hey, Mike, did you know that you could eat here at the Barnes Foundation before we go?
I have a number of times.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the Garden Restaurant, and it's right here attached to the Barnes Foundation. You do not need to pay admission to get into the museum. You can just come right out and enjoy this beautiful space. And the food is delicious as well, right?
Let me tell you the next time I'm going.
Right now?
No.
Okay.
See you next week.
That's all we have for
Bye.
you today.
Come
Thanks
on.
for joining us. All right.
Come on.